Good. Ooh, what's good, y'all? You feel me? Welcome back. You feel me for another episode of Pack Chat. It's episode 3, baby. Let's get it popping. We fresh off some nice playoff games. Not so nice for those LeBron fans.
Come on, bro. Don't start that. Don't start. Don't start, bro. Don't start with
Hey,
that, bro.
actually, I
Please.
ain't gonna lie. I feel low key bad for Bron, bro. I
I
feel
don't know
bad for
what
Bron.
Why?
else. I don't know how
Why?
much else. I don't know what else he could have done, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why. That's why, bro. And I I appreciate the effort that AD tried to put forth. But I think where they Cloud, what are you doing, bro?
bro.
What are you
Bro.
doing, bro?
Hold on, bro. What is this? No, speak so the people can see what you talk. What you doing, bro?
Continue. Continue, bro. Why is he an A?
Bro, come on, bro.
All
What's
right,
up, bro? Yeah, let's get this done.
it's good. It's good. I think where the Lakers lost the game yesterday was free throws. If I believe they missed about 9 free throws in total, and they lost by 2 points. Um, so that's what I'm chalking it up to. But I definitely feel bad for LeBron, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna let y'all talk about it first, cause yeah, ain't no way the 39-year-old should be doing what he's doing, and then people be asking like, man, he needs to do more. Like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Who said that? Who said that?
It
Anybody
be,
that?
it be people who is like, so I got friends and partners who be like, hey, bro, like, what's wrong with Brown? Like, Brown couldn't like that last shot, like Brown couldn't finish. He missed the shot though. Got it, 1,000% missed it. Other times you're like, oh, he just being hecka lazy, woo woo. I'm like, well, I want you to be 39 years old, 21st year in the league, and I want you to run around with a whole bunch of 25, 26 year olds who, you feel me? It's like, come on, bro. Like he's being an anomaly right now, and y'all want this man to do what? More than what he's doing right now, which is already crazy. Like, yeah, bro. Y'all got it then if that's the case. I don't know.
Darren, what you think, man? What you thinking?
I'm being toxic, bro. Why we feeling bad for Bron? Bron created this. I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused on this. Like, why are we feeling bad for Bron when that's what he did? He made this team. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel bad for nobody who got swept. Um, in the sense that they getting swept for a reason. The Pelicans got swept for a reason. Um, everybody else is in a gentleman's sweep almost. So in that sense, like I don't know. I don't really the Suns got swept for a reason. Like everybody who's getting swept is getting swept for a reason. As far as Bron and his performance, I mean, that's great. He's Bron, he gets the ball. Y'all know that narrative, how I got. I just think that overall, if I'm being honest, like it just shows that Russ ain't the problem and Russ wasn't the problem. I'm just I don't know. I just don't like the idea, the narrative that the Lakers are a good team because they're super top heavy. And at the end of the day, like AR, AR, D'Lo, Rui, like they're all good players, but I don't think that they're going to be able to be solid rotational players on a consistent basis. And they picked up scraps at the end of the day, and I still hold that logic true to my heart. Like the Lakers picked up scraps because of the decisions that they made when they picked up Russ, and even then, before that decision, when they picked up Russ, they still was picking off of scraps because, like I said, or like we all know, like at the end of the day, the Lakers switched their whole team around in less than 2 years. Where the only two players from the last team that they won the championship with was LeBron and AD. So I don't
Yeah,
really feel bad. I don't really feel bad about the idea that Braun needs more help or X, Y, and Z because Braun created this monster. They got rid of all their coaches. They hired new coaches almost every 2 years. Like I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just showing that there's holes in the strategy. I think at the end of the day. And then on top of that, they played one of the better teams in this like decade. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, they got a generational player with Jokic. We're seeing that Jamal Murray is that guy. Aaron Gordon's having a revival year for the latter half of these, like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, they got a better team, so I understand that. But overall, like the Lakers have made this bed and decided to lay in it ever since they won that bubble championship. In my opinion. So
Go
that's
ahead,
all I
Claude.
got for it.
I want to hear what you got to say, man.
Honestly, I feel like I don't like the narrative that the Lakers was a bad team this year. I think they was a pretty solid team. They did is pretty much the same team without Dennis Schroeder that made it to the conference finals. I think it was a pretty solid team. They just ran into a bad matchup at the end of the day. They led for most of the series, like most of the series. They led in the games most of the series. It's just they lost the lead at the end of the game. I think it's a lot of things to go into it. Like Bron is damn near 40. AD is not getting younger. You know, outside of Bron, you really don't have a traditional point guard on the team. You try to give it to Austin Reeves, try to make plays, and there's just a lot of things that's negative about that team that overshadows the positives of that team. So I think they was doomed this whole year to kind of suffer the same fate that they did last year. Even if they didn't play the Nuggets in the first round, I feel like at some point in time they was going to end up with the same fate, swept at some point, whether it's the first or second round. Whether you got Bron or not, Bron can only do so much. You know, damn near a triple-double last night and he's 40. So I don't know what else you would want him to do. I agree with Darren that, yeah, he made his bed. Like, this is a product of his design. You know, he wanted rest. They went out and got a rest. It didn't work out. I don't know. It's a weird world to be in. I feel like him and Kevin Durant are kind of in the same boat. Where do you go from here?
I don't know, bro. I
Hold
think
on, I do want to add something. Hold on, Rand. I do want to add something to Claude's point. Last year, they had 19 players average 10 minutes per game through their whole roster. And they traded a significant amount of those pieces and moved a lot of those players around. So they did not have the same roster that they had when
Who was not on the roster? That
You had Dennis
year they did
Schroeder,
this.
you had Russ, Patrick Beverly. So Dennis Schroeder, Russ, Patrick
Russ
Beverly,
got
Troy
traded
Brown Jr.
at the trade deadline. So
But
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about
saying, but what I'm saying
who
is up
made
until
that
now,
conference
till
finals
now,
team? Who made that
till,
conference finals team?
till
That's
now.
what I'm asking you. Who made the conference finals team?
Oh, but what I'm saying is that
Conference
there
finals
was a
team from
bunch of
last year.
pieces.
Who was on that
You got
conference
it.
finals
You got
team
it.
from last year?
You got it. You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
You got it, big bro.
We
You got it, big bro.
can't do
You
that.
got it, big bro. My
We
fault.
can't do that.
My fault. My fault.
Hey,
My fault.
I think
Go ahead, Rand.
I think what y'all are alluding to, I don't look at that Lakers team as being doomed from the beginning. I disagree with that. I think that what you said, Claude, and them running to the Nuggets makes sense, but that's what they lost to last year as well. That's what they got swept to last year.
In the conference finals, I truly do feel like
But we also said in our first, I believe our first episode, that nobody in here lacked any confidence when it came to the Lakers playing anybody else in the West besides the Nuggets. So, and if you look at it,
they played the Nuggets pretty well.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Though they only lost. They lost game 2 by 2 points to Jamal Murray, and last night by 2 points to Jamal Murray. I think if the Lakers
They
had
had
solid,
2 20-point leads in the fourth quarter in this series, and they lost them both.
what
Like, it's
I'm
just
trying to say though, what I'm trying to
is what
allude
it
to
is.
D'Lo is not a third option player. That they just need a solid third option. They need a Chris Middleton.
Bruh, I'm gonna be
That's what
honest.
they
There's
need.
They need a
that's
point
never
guard.
going to exist. That's never going to exist. And
Why?
I've always
They
said this
need
because
a
they
point
do
guard.
not have a system. I'm sorry, any system with Bron, you're not going to be able to have a functional third star or a third option. You're never going to be able to get that. You're
Why?
never
I'm
going
not
to be able
gonna
to get
lie.
that.
I'm not gonna lie. They need somebody. They need somebody like Rondo. They need to bring Rondo back or something. They need
I don't
somebody
even,
that
Because
Or,
they
yeah,
just need
yeah,
consistent play from their third option player, bro.
I don't think y'all are understanding what's really going on with the Lakers, bro. They have the third option in D'Lo. If
D'Lo
you're
not
LeBron,
good.
hold
He's not
on, hold on, hold
consistent.
on. You have a third option in D'Lo. Didn't play horrible this series like he
He
did
really
last
didn't. He
like he
played
did
pretty
last
solid.
year, bro.
He
Like
played
last year
pretty
he
solid.
was dreadful last year. He wasn't horrible
He
anymore.
played better than last year,
He,
but he
he
wasn't
played
consistent.
okay. He played exactly how we needed D'Lo to play in this series for us to have a chance to win, right? I feel like the biggest thing that everybody is not alluding to is the fact that we don't have any bigs, bro. We don't have no bigs outside of AD that I am completely confident in on the defense nor offensive end, bro. Like you ask him Jackson Hayes to guard Jokic, you asking Rui Hachimura to guard Jokic, that's not going to work. If we go back and look at the team that I feel the most confident in the West, right now, that matches up well with the Denver Nuggets, is who they're going to play in the second round. And how many bigs are they going to be able to throw at Jokic? Like, that's the thing. Like, if you look back at that 2020 bubble championship, bro, like, they
Y'all had
had
some bigs.
bigs, they had bodies to throw at Jokic, bro. Like that's all they did was just throwing different bodies at him, different bodies at him, different bodies at him. And what did you have and what did you have to complement those bigs that you're throwing at Jokic? Elite perimeter defenders. Avery Bradley, KCP, Alex Caruso, you had Rondo, you had people on the perimeter who can guard. So my biggest concern that the Lakers need to address in the off season is get you some bigs, bro. Don't think about anything else. D'Lo is fine doing what he's doing, bro. He's going to be fine. That whole argument about LeBron not being able to have a third star, yeah, that narrative can cut because you still had Chris Bosh and Kevin Love. So I don't want to hear that.
But Chris Bosh and Kevin Love were drastically reduced in their potential.
Did I say that they were drastic?
They were
You
third
you
option.
have to be wait
They're
wait wait wait. That
consistent.
doesn't make sense. So you're telling me you want people who were first options where they were to sustain that first option mentality
So
and that first
are we
option
going to
production?
ignore that their whole play style had to be altered in order for them to fit into that format? Yes or no?
That's
They're
what his
playing with
third
a better
option
player than them.
Hold
is.
on,
They're playing with a
no.
better player than them.
Are
They
we?
have to.
I didn't
They
ask all that.
playing
I
with a
didn't
better
ask all
player
that.
than
I
them.
didn't ask all that. I
Hold
didn't
on,
ask all
Claude.
that.
Hold
I
on,
said,
Claude. Hold on, Claude. Hold on. Let him
were
finish. Let
their
him
playing
finish.
styles drastically reduced? In the
Darren,
idea that Kevin Love and Chris Bosh were very much the top face up fours in the league. They were
and
getting you significant scoring without even trying
Was
in the
they
midi. They
winning?
were never 3-point
hold
shooters.
on,
Was
Claude. Let
they
him
All right, go ahead.
finish. Let
winning?
him finish, Claude. Let him finish. Let him finish.
So they were
Nigga out here cooking
always
oatmeal.
dominant in the
Let him
mid.
finish.
They were in the mid. They were midi magicians. They were in the midi. They were in post up centric, right? So in that sense, they were not just three and D shooters. Just we're gonna put you out there to play defense, and we're gonna put you in the corner or in the wing, and have you hit that. That's not what they were. So in that sense, like every time that there's a third star, they don't really perform that well. Go ahead,
So
though.
can I?
Can
So
I ask
can
a
I? Can I
question?
answer your point? I'm gonna answer Darren's point after you ask your question, man.
Why do you need a third option? Why do you need Kevin Love and Chris Bosh to do what they was doing for the Raptors or for the Timberwolves when you got LeBron and D Wade? Like you're a third option for a reason. You're just not better than these other two options on the team. Like you're not gonna. We don't need you to do that here.
So all I'm saying is that when it comes down to it, you are making. All I'm saying is that when it comes down to it, in the sense of the Kevin Love, Chris Bosh argument, is that overall, when LeBron ain't playing and when LeBron ain't there, like you start to see the team start to fall apart because at that point now it's like, what do we do? It's the same thing happening in a little bit more of an intensive way with Kawhi and the Clippers. When LeBron is there, we working on all cylinders. When he not there, we like falling apart. We not really doing what we need to do, or somebody's having a great sensational over the top game. That's the only time that happens. At the end of the day, and for the Clippers, it's a little bit opposite. But when Kawhi's in the game, they don't play well. Everybody just look different. Everybody look weird. It's out of place. We end up not really scoring efficiently. X, Y, and Z. When Kawhi isn't playing, game 1 and game 4, we see what happens. So at that point, it's like, all right, is LeBron really making these other players that were good on their own able to still do what they do? And so the argument is literally with the idea of D'Lo and AR that I've made consistently before in our chats is that D'Lo and AR do not have the opportunity to be able to get into that bag. When they go into practice, they do not have the ability to get into that bag. When they're going into practice, I guarantee you, we're running the same offensive sets for LeBron and AD. Those are the first two players that we're practicing for as far as our sets. After that, D'Lo, AR, are we just gonna give y'all some little plays at the end of the day, but they're not getting their reps. They don't even know. We don't even know who's the consistent. We're just now saying D'Lo's a consistent third option, but before that, was he the consistent third option for real? Like, it's always been a toss up, so you don't know who's going to be the guaranteed third option. So it's just a battle at that point. And so, go ahead,
Darren. I feel like when you look at
yes, sir.
when you're looking at the Clippers, you taking a very small sample size of this series and saying that the Clippers aren't playing well when Kawhi is there. You do have to take into consideration that Kawhi played over 65 games this season, and they finished fourth in the West. So to say that they don't play well when
I'm not talking what.
To say that they don't play well when Kawhi is there, or they don't play well when LeBron. I mean, you're playing without your best option on the team. Of course, it's going to look different.
My whole argument. I wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
Am I good now? Am I straight?
Yeah.
My whole argument with this is that at the end of the day, bro, when it starts to just get real stagnant. And that's my whole argument with this LeBron thing, is that it gets really stagnant. And like it just don't look well. Like it just don't, like the teams just fall flat on their face every time when you build around this star, and then all of a sudden now we're gonna use our third option. That's going to be our magical savior for when our first option isn't there, is our third option now. And it's like, all right, cool, but is that consistent? Is that consistent? I'm not saying that AD as a second option or whoever the second option isn't going to perform. They're the second option. They're still going to perform. But that third option, it never really works out one-to-one, especially on teams that are led by LeBron. I'm just keeping it a buck with you.
You're genuinely painting out the definition of what a third option is. I don't think you're understanding or hearing what you're saying. So you have to understand, when you have dogs like AD and Bron, bro, you have to have a third option, whoever it may be, whoever it pans out to be, right? So going back to that whole LeBron in Miami or LeBron in Cleveland point when they had K-Love and Chris Bosh, right? Yes, their production from when they came off of a team where they were the first option is not going to be the same, because you have in Cleveland LeBron and Kyrie, and in Miami you had D Wade and LeBron. You're not going to see the same production as you were when you were either in Toronto for Chris Bosh and the Timberwolves for K-Love. That's what a third option does, bro. Like you get in there and you fit your role. And then when it's time for you to come up and do what you're supposed to do as a third option, meaning when the one and the two or either ain't showing up. Yes, that's what it is. You're a third option. We're not counting on you to just come out and be like, "Hey, I need you to drop." So the only third option in NBA history that I can genuinely say averaged 20 points, and it's due to the system that they had, was Klay Thompson. There ain't no other third option doing that, and that's because of the system that they had.
That was gonna be my next question. What is your third option supposed to produce?
They run, bro.
I hear you. But I hear you.
You can't
but
do
what
nothing
I'm saying
about
is,
that.
what is
Klay
your third
Thompson
option supposed to produce?
Huh?
How many points do you think that the third option is supposed to consistently produce?
Anywhere between 15 to 18 points, they can do that.
Okay. So who do you think was the third option for the Lakers right now, off the top of the mouth?
Off the top of my head, probably Austin Reeves.
You're correct.
Like I trust me, I watch my boys enough. Like trust me.
You're correct. But what I'm saying is that y'all listing D'Lo as the third option, but he's not even the one that was performing the best.
But hear me out. In that series, it was times where D'Lo had to be that third option, and it was also times after games 1 and 2 where Austin Reeves averaged 21 points a game, where he was the third option.
Yep.
Like it, yes, with them two, it flip flop, bro. But it's whoever's working. You got to plug in and plug out
I'm just
whatever
saying
it
that
works.
that's not consistent. All I'm saying is that that's not consistent enough, and I'm just going back into my main point, which is that they created that from the beginning, bro, and they made that bed and they got to lay in it. So
I never said that they didn't make that bed and they got laid in it and they didn't create that problem for themselves. You're not gonna get a disagreement from me with that point. But what I'm telling you
yeah,
is a third option is what a third option is. We're not expecting you to go out there and average dub. Like I said, the only third option to play in NBA history to do that is Klay Thompson, and that's due to the
I
system
agree.
that they had. That's due to the system that they had. So what I'm saying
I
is,
agree.
yes, as a third option, coming from being a first option, and if your role has to decrease to be a third option because the other two people are better, yeah, bro, your production gonna fall just a tad, if not a tad, a lot. But if it do drop, it's gonna drop because you're a third option. That's your role now. We just need you to plug in and do what you're supposed to do. Get us this chip, or you feel me? We gonna find somebody else. That's all it is, bro. So my whole thing is when the Lakers go into this offseason and Bron is about to turn 40, yeah, bro. I need y'all to do y'all job, get y'all some bigs, and y'all know who y'all gonna run into at the end of the day, bro. We not worried about, oh, we need no, we're not worried about none of that. We already have your guard play set up. You got D'Lo and Austin Reeves, you got that, bro. I need y'all to get some bigs, bro. Help AD out, help Bron out. No, bro. Like you need some bigs, bro. Like if Rob Pelinka don't do nothing in this offseason, he need to go get some bigs, bro. Period, point blank. That's what it
Who they gotta go grab?
bigs. I don't care who it is, bro. Like grab bodies for Jokic, and that's it. To be honest, that's the only problem they got in the West, bro.
I wouldn't say that's the only problem they got in the West.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. They play anybody else in the West, bro. It is either 2-2 or 3-1. The way the Lakers been playing in the playoffs, bro. It's scary hours for any other team, bro.
I hear you.
I don't know about scary hours. The way
For
AE,
any other team.
you
What
see
you mean the
how
way?
AE? Hey!
Yeah, so we can go
What
into
you mean?
scary hours.
Oh, let's not. Oh, so AD ain't been hooping this whole playoffs.
He has.
Okay, so what you mean?
I'm talking about. I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk for the Lakers to play anybody else
I didn't
in the
say
West.
cakewalk. I said scary hours.
I don't think it's gonna be scary hours.
I'm gonna be honest. Denver didn't fear the Lakers. I'm gonna be honest. Everybody else, the Lakers
Who
are.
feared the Lakers?
I'm gonna be anybody else. The Lakers can put fear in.
I disagree with that
I
point.
don't know about all that, soldier.
I
That's
disagree with that point.
Hey, what was the Lakers record against OKC this season? What was it? 2-1, 3-1? What was it?
I don't know, man. Couldn't tell you.
And then against the Timberwolves, what was it?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I'm just.
And then against the
Didn't
Clippers.
hold on? Didn't the Suns sweep the T Wolves in the regular season?
No, the T Wolves swept the Suns in the regular season, I think,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
But
gonna
I'm gonna
find it
be
in
honest,
a
from the jump, didn't nobody believe in Phoenix, bro. We knew
Yeah.
what that was.
So transitioning into that, how do we feel about the Phoenix? What is Phoenix's next steps look like?
They got to trade either KD or Book, bro, if they want any type of like valuable return. If they want to keep
You
it
say
together,
KD
cool.
or Book?
If they want to keep it together, then cool. Go ahead, keep
They
it
should try.
together.
They should give it another year.
Give it another year, I guess. I don't know. Who you gonna pick up on minimum contracts? Who you gonna pick up?
I think they should give it another year, bro.
Who are you gonna get?
They gotta try to get. They gotta try to get Bradley Beal a little bit more healthy, bro. Think if they
How
can
you gonna get Bradley Beal?
healthy,
How you gonna get Bradley Beal healthy?
give him rest.
He in the off season, bro. He'll be able to sit down, rest up, and do what he got to do. But I'm talking about when the season starts. What are we doing in Phoenix, bro?
Give this team another year. They have a very top heavy team, but I think that this team can definitely advance. I think this team can advance to the Western Conference Finals.
See, and that's not good. And even if that's not a plausible thing for you, though, Darren, I'm just gonna rebuttal that and say that's not good enough.
So what they need to win a ring. This team got to win a ring.
I'm sorry. So you said your top heavy three is who?
KD,
Uh-huh.
Devin Booker, and Bradley.
So KD, a player who keeps on being in the same sentence as people he probably shouldn't be in the same sentence as right now. Devin Booker, who's I don't know.
You said Devin Booker wasn't a superstar.
I didn't say Devin Booker wasn't a superstar.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
When did I say he wasn't a superstar?
You said it. You said it on the game. So is Devin Booker a superstar?
Right now, yeah, he's a superstar.
Come on, bro. No, I don't like that one. No,
Shoot,
you said he wasn't a superstar.
When?
You said it in the chat.
No, I didn't say that in the chat.
Okay, so now
I don't think that Devin Booker's a superstar. I think he's a high level star, but I don't know about a superstar.
I don't think he's the best at his position, but he's a superstar.
I don't know about a superstar because who?
Is Bradley Beal a superstar?
No.
Okay. What expectations do you have for the Lakers? Should they win a ring?
Going into next year?
Yes.
Yeah, my expectations are always going to be like we need to get a ring.
Okay.
As a LeBron fan, my expectation is for us.
I guess that's fair. I mean, if you think that the Suns should get a ring, because they only got 2 superstars on their team, so I don't know why people trying to make it seem like it's drastic. I mean, I think them getting swept is not good, but they did play against the Timberwolves.
Phoenix got swept. Yeah. No, don't say that because they got the best defense in the league.
The best defense in the league.
Who?
Minnesota has the best defense in the league, bro.
So how does that support your point?
What do you mean?
Suns are an offensive heavy team, and they just played the best defensive team, and they got swept.
So you saying you're not surprised they got swept?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And plus, I think the Timberwolves have, if not a top 5, a top 10 offense in the league. So you complemented the best defense in the league with the top 5, top 10 offense. Yeah.
So who you got winning that series? Nuggets or the
Timberwolves?
Ooh, that's spicy.
They're able to think about it. I feel like this Timberwolves team is similarly built to that 2020 team that LA had. You have bigs to throw at Jokic, you have elite perimeter defense, and you got your guys who can go and get you one. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't nobody on that Nuggets team rocking with AE. Like it ain't nobody who's gonna stay in front of that man at all. And then Jokic probably gonna have to guard. Who you think he gonna have to guard? Is he gonna guard Gobert or is he gonna guard? AE.
They'll put him on Cat. They gonna put him on Cat.
No. Aaron Gordon gonna guard Cat. Aren Gordon gonna guard Cat, and then Jokic gonna guard Gobert. But it's gonna be situations where Gobert's not in and Cat is.
Don't keep it a stack. Y'all playing Jamal Murray like he ain't. That when the playoffs start, that nigga turns into
He's not
like
a defender.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, Claude. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's gonna have fits with Jaden McDaniels, bro.
Jamal Murray gonna average 30.
I'll put Dub on it right now. He don't average 30 against Jaden McDaniels.
You're gonna average 30. You gonna average 30 against the Timberwolves.
That's a wild.
You're gonna average 30 against.
That's a wild one, brother.
I will put money on it right now. He don't average 30 in the Timberwolves series against Jaden McDaniels.
That's a wild one.
He's not
average 30 against the Timberwolves, brother.
This one. Do you know who Jaden McDaniels is, bro?
Do you know who? That's a nigga is. You know who this light skinned person is? Hold on. So you said 30, right? You said 30, right?
Go look at his playoff stuff.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He averaged 20. What did he average in this series? He averaged what? 23, 24 in this series?
Dan, I'm gonna let you know right now. Whatever stat you about to pull up, I don't care. I'm telling you right now, he's averaging 30. He's averaging
24. 30. He's shooting. He averages 24 shooting.
He shot 41% or something like that.
30% from the 3. 30% from the 3.
He's out of the world.
No, 40
he's
flat.
Not capable of averaging 30. He's not capable of averaging 30.
You said what?
Jokic didn't even average 30 in that series. Didn't even average 30 in that series.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this, if it come down to it, I'm taking Jamal Murray with the last shot, baby. I don't know. I don't know. I know about him averaging 30 and all of that other foolishness.
I ain't gonna lie.
But
That's
he's
not
gonna
gonna
be
be.
here.
That's
He's
not
cool.
gonna
gonna
go. They
get
gonna
like
put Ant. They gonna put Ant right on him. I ain't gonna
he
lie.
gonna
They
No,
gonna
they
put Ant on
not.
him. They gonna put Ant on
Y'all
They
him.
watch
gonna
the
put
game.
Jaden McDaniels on him. If any, they're gonna put Jaden McDaniels to
Y'all go
start.
watch the game.
They're gonna put Jaden McDaniels to
No,
start,
I'm
and
talking
then they
about
can just.
for that game winner. Hey,
They're
Ant
going
ain't
to
gonna let
put
that fly.
Jaden Mc.
Ant
You're
ain't
going to
gonna
put
let that
Jaden
fly.
McDaniel. They're going to put Jaden
I
McDaniels
hear you,
on him.
This nigga
but
Evan like
Ant
to
ain't
talk
gonna
like
let that fly.
he Mike
Ant,
Malone. We
Ant gonna
putting
be like,
Jalen
yeah,
McDaniels on. That's a fact.
yeah. He gonna be like, this my stop. I'm getting that. Ant
I'm
been
Mike
Even
hooping.
if you
Malone.
He
put,
been hooping.
even if you put Ant on him, I'm cool with that. But that's what I'm saying. Like the Timberwolves have perimeter defenders to shut all that shit up.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I ain't,
Get
I'm,
not mad
yeah,
at
I ain't gonna
Jamal
lie.
Murray
I'm not
for
gonna
Alright.
lie.
that.
I'm not gonna lie. The Timberwolves is looking like the favorites to win it out the West. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie.
Jamal Murray
Clyde, you
good
taking the
one, brother.
Nuggets?
Yeah, man. Jamal Murray turned to Michael Jordan in the playoffs. I done seen it year after year after year. That nigga's nice in the playoffs. I'm not turning away from that. I'm
I don't
sorry.
know
I'm
about
sorry.
him MJ, but what I will say is I'm reserving the right to make my pick until after I see the first game. I gotta see the first game first to see how everything is matching up.
As long as Jamal
It's
Murray
gonna.
stay healthy or stay relatively healthy, Denver going to the finals.
He
They
got
got the best team. They got the best team.
Mm-mm.
They got the best team.
okay.
I think it's gonna be a dogfight.
It is.
Denver in 5.
So,
Bro, stop, bro, stop.
What you mean? Stop. That's my
so how do we?
prediction, Evan. Your prediction is your prediction. That's my prediction. Denver in 5. Take it or leave it.
I'm trying to help you not say some goofy shit.
Hey, Evan, you've been saying goofy shit all day. You've been cooking with water all day. You ain't cooked nothing yet. I'm telling you right now, Denver in 5.
Sound good. It
All
sounds
right.
good.
All right. So since we think Denver in 5, what do we think about the Thunder and if they play the
No,
Mavericks or the Clippers?
we don't think Denver in 5. Claude thinks Denver in 5. I'm taking the
My
Timberwolves.
fault. Timberwolves, Denver. We gonna see what it looked like after the first game. I think that's the best strategy right then and there because we ain't gonna. It's gonna be a dogfight, and I'm curious to see what they go out with as far as the first game. So I think it's gonna be interesting. But what do we think about the Thunder and the potential Clippers or Mavericks matchup? Who has a favor in that matchup? Thunder Clippers. Who gonna win that? Thunder Mavericks. Who gonna win that?
To me, it don't matter because I feel like the Thunder gonna do that thing.
Is Luka still hurt? Luka's gonna be hurt for like the rest of the playoffs. Huh?
I feel like the Thunder are just gonna do their thing, bro. They have a similar recipe to the Timberwolves, not the same. They have a similar recipe, but it's bro. They just got too many pieces. I feel like for whoever
They got a
matches up with
really
them in
well
that
built
next,
team.
they got too many pieces for whoever I feel like matches up with them in that next round, bro.
They got a really well built team.
Yeah,
They got a well-built team.
They got coach of the year, a real well built team.
They got a well-built team, but I think the Clippers can beat the Thunder.
I
I
agree.
think they can beat.
I think the Clippers playing like they need to play will beat
I
the
bet
Thunder.
you do agree there.
You damn right. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. You
Stand
know
on
what's going
business,
on.
right or wrong.
Hey, Russ
Right or
gonna
wrong.
average a triple double. Watch him. Triple double. Watch.
I don't know, but
see, that's just you talking as
You
a fan
just
at that point.
I don't know.
Triple
You
double.
just
I believe in it. I
you just
believe in it.
fan
I
you
believe
just fan you just
he gonna play
fanboying at that
against
point.
Cooking with water. Cooking with water.
he gonna play against the team that is his hometown team, bro. The dog is gonna activate. You might as well go ahead and get the whistle because he about to go crazy.
My boy
Dog whistle.
Darren.
You might as well go ahead and put a shot collar on him.
My boy Darren cooking with baby oil. And he
Hey
is
man,
not cooking at
like
all.
Melvin in the kitchen, cooking up eggs. You want some, nephew? Yeah. We standing on business on that one.
Nah, I don't
We
want
standing
them.
on business
I don't
on
want
that one.
them eggs. Them
We
undercooked
standing on
ass
business,
eggs.
but
You ain't turning the flame enough.
I'm taking OKC and whoever they match up with next, bro.
I think that's a valid one. That's a valid one. My concern, if I'm being honest, is the fact that the Thunder are resting right now. They have nothing to do. They got 2 games to wait potentially, and that's if the series don't go to a 7-game series.
Yeah.
So they gonna be healthy. They already young. They already like that's a scary sight, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like playoffs is really about who can get their win first and who can get some time to really game plan and strategize. So that is a concern for me because the Clippers don't really have that. Like we play well, but then when we start to get behind, bro, we just start doing crazy stuff, bro. Like we just running ISOs and just throwing it up at the rim. So I'm gonna be honest with you, like as a realistic person, being realistic though, if the Clippers do get out of this first round against the Mavericks, like it's gonna be a real test of fortitude. And even then, if we beat the Thunder, whoever we face in that conference finals potentially, it's gonna be a real test. Like it's gonna be a real test. Like so, I'm hoping, but overall,
Can I give
yeah.
my stand on business take? Well,
Go ahead,
I'm taking my stand on business take right now. Pulling my
go
card
for it.
out. The Western Conference Finals is going to be Dallas versus Denver.
Dallas versus Denver.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Ooh, that's a bold take.
That's
It's
a
going to be
crazy
the
one.
two. It's going to be the two Euro best friends, Jokic and Doncic. Jokic and Luka going against each other.
Yeah, that's a bold take.
Them the
That's a
only two
crazy
niggas
take.
that they best friends. I think Luka gonna carry his team past the first round and the second round for the winner. Whoever I think if Luka play OKC, Luka gonna get that. I'm be 100 with you. I'm taking
That's a
Luka
crazy
and
one.
Kyrie, and I'm taking Luka and Kyrie in that battle. I don't know if it's gonna go 6 or 7, but it's gonna be a long series, and I'm taking them in that battle. I'm taking a Mavericks,
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna meet each other in the conference finals. I feel like everything's playing out to do that.
that's a bold take.
That's a bold take for sure, for sure.
And I'm
So
standing on business.
that's
Standing on
Claude
business.
standing on business. And what you got on the stand on business take?
It ain't really nothing for me to stand on for real.
Okay, all right.
To be honest, I mean, for me, the conference finals just look like T-Wolves and Thunder.
Ran over there eating.
Weak ass take.
Ran over there.
Weak ass
Honk,
take,
honk, honk.
Evan.
So
Take Evan.
before we
Take
transition
Evan and shit.
to the East, Ran, you got a prediction for the conference finals or that plate calling your name?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm taking the Clippers. I want to take the Nuggets, but I'm reserving my right to make to adjust my pick after the first game with the Nuggets and the Timberwolves.
All right, that's a bet. The East is still up in the toss up. Do we want to even talk about that, or we just want to just see how that go and when it finalized on our standings on that?
I mean, it looked pretty like set for the most part, except for that Orlando Cleveland series. Everything else looked pretty like set.
So we taking Indy versus the Knicks, and who taking that one?
Damon Giannis not playing.
No, I'm saying the Knicks versus the Pacers. Like who we taking? Because it's 3-1. So let's just say
Oh, I'll
they
take the
win the
Knicks.
game.
I'll take the
The
Knicks.
Knicks. Sweet.
I'll take the Knicks. I don't think it's gonna
Knicks.
be a
Sweet.
sweep. I don't think it's gonna
Whoa!
be a sweep, but I'll take the
Sweet.
Knicks.
Whoa! Yeah,
I'll
that's
take the
crazy.
Knicks. They
That's crazy.
actually
I don't
play
know.
defense, bro.
The Indiana don't play defense. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on,
That's where the problem lies. Huh?
You said who sweeping who?
The Knicks sweep
The
Indiana.
Knicks sweeping the Pacers.
That's crazy.
I don't think the Knicks are sweeping anybody. I think
I
the
think it
Knicks
goes
will
6.
win against the Pacers.
I
I
think it
can see
goes
that
6.
going
Sweet.
6. I can see that going 6. I can
Sweep
see it
or
going
5.
It's crazy.
Sweep or 5. I mean, is it crazy because you think that Tyrese Halliburton and the others are going to play big against the Knicks when Jalen Brunson been showing you exactly who he is this whole playoff series? Matter of fact, the last 3 months, like the niggas are 1A. He's a superstar. Jalen Brunson's going to sweep the Indiana Pacers. They're going to send them home. They don't have any defense. They only reason why they're beating Milwaukee is because Milwaukee's best 2 players are really hurt.
I wouldn't say that's the only reason. I wouldn't say that's the only.
I would say that. I mean, when I look at it, it's either the best 2 players are really hurt or Doc Rivers sucks balls as a coach? Which one you want to go with?
Wasn't you just saying that Dame? That because I know I definitely was saying that if Dame was healthy, fully healthy Dame, that they could have beat the Pacers. Wasn't you a part of that camp?
Yeah, and then that nigga went not fully healthy.
Dame
Then that
Dame
he hurt his
definitely
Achilles,
played
bro.
3 games out of this series.
Did
He played like 2.5. He got hurt. He got hurt halfway through one of those games.
Like we standing on business.
Yeah, but I just feel like I am standing on business. I just feel like that they not healthy. Like it ain't nothing that you can really do. Like what am I? I don't have Dame. I don't have Giannis. Chris Middleton not healthy. That's the crazy part about it. Chris Middleton's just playing because ain't no Dame Giannis. He not even
Middleton ain't
healthy.
never healthy.
Huh?
Chris Middleton ain't never healthy.
But you still got your 2 big stars out, and the third option is hurt. So you really don't have a shot. I'm just being 100.
Okay, but I think that New York sweeping Indiana is crazy.
That's a crazy take. That's really
I
Call
can
me
see
crazy.
I can see a gentleman sweep.
Call me
I can see
crazy.
a gentleman sweep.
Call me crazy. I don't care.
I can see a gentleman sweep, and I can definitely see it going 6. I don't know about a sweep though. I feel like Indiana's liable to go off for one game where they just can't be stopped offensively.
I don't know, brother.
Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau finna play them niggas 48 minutes a game. Make sure they get this sweep.
48.
First 48.
And
That's what Tibbs.
and
That's
how
what
do we
Tibbs
feel
be
about the
on.
Celtics? Do we think that the Celtics will even blink an eye at the Cavs or the Magic?
No. Sweet.
So that's a
Sweet.
that's a faux sweep. That's a
That's
sweep.
Sweet.
I don't think that's
Sweet.
I don't think it's a sweep, bro.
Man,
Like,
get your oh, they're gonna get one.
I ain't gonna lie. If the
Sweet.
Magic make it, it might be a game or two.
get
The
one.
Magic
no.
might take.
If the Magic make it, it's a sweep.
I don't know.
The Cavs make it, they're gonna win one.
Rondo
Is that what you're telling
boys.
me?
Cleveland can get one over Boston before
This nigga ran with to
Orlando.
go eat. That nigga real there, yeah.
Cleveland can get one over Boston before Orlando for sure.
Oh hell no. Nah, brother.
I don't know. I think that both of those teams can get one game. I'm talking about one game. They can get one game. I think that both of those teams can get one game. One game if they fire on all cylinders. But
I think for either one of those teams, making to the second round is just an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Making to the second round is an accomplishment.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. For the Cavs, that's a failure. For the Cavs, that's a failure, bro.
It's not. No, it's not.
That's an accomplishment. It's an accomplishment.
Were they in the second round last year?
Nope.
They were supposed to make it to the second round last year. They were supposed to make it to the second round last year.
That's not the question. That's not the question. Were they
But
in the
what
second
I'm
round
saying,
last
No, they was a play-in team, I believe.
Yes, no, they did
No, they
not
weren't.
make it to the second round. They got beat by the Knicks. But what I'm saying is that overall, the Cavs have the most expectation out of like the Mavericks. I mean, the Magic. Like they have the pieces to be.
Did the Cavs
one
get
of the
LeBron
teams
back
in the
or
East.
something? Like when did they get expectations? Did
They
Bron
got
come back?
Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Like they have the pieces to at least make it past the second round,
Karis
to the
LeVert.
second round consistently.
They expect to make
To the
a
second
challenge
round
or something?
consistently.
What they
To the
what they
second
expected
round
to do?
consistently. They were supposed to be able to do that. They were supposed to be able to do that. Like that's the failure that the Cavs are.
So
if
you
the Cavs don't
saying?
make it to the
So you saying?
second round. I'm saying that if the Cavs don't make it to the second round, they have a failure of a season again. They might as well get ready to blow it up. Kaboom.
I don't know.
But the thing is,
That's my
Agree
take.
with
I
that.
don't think the second round is like a high goal. Like, oh, we didn't make it to the second round, so let's blow it up. I don't think that's what
That's
they're
what
gonna do.
he's saying though. Like this is, I haven't been watching much of the Cavaliers, but if
They've
they
been hurt.
I mean Donovan Mitchell never is 100% healthy, but if they all on the court, this is as good as it's gonna get. So at this point, what is y'all competing for?
Yeah.
Like, what were you collecting all the talent to do to make the second round?
That's
No,
what
If that's
That's
the
what I'm
case, then
saying. That's
that's ridiculous. You should have blew it up 3 years ago. You should have never
I'm
got
gonna be, I'm
Donovan
gonna be
Mitchell.
honest, bro. We gotta stop saying that GMs are just collecting talent just to make it to a certain round or a certain thing. No,
Yeah,
they're
that's
not. They're
I don't
not.
agree with that.
But we know what team that they produce, and they produce a second round team.
and so if they don't
that's
get
what he,
there,
you just not
And
you're not gonna be competitive.
exactly, I absolutely agree with that statement there. Like they don't get there, that's bad.
that's real bad. Anybody
Okay.
else got
So if
closing thoughts on that?
what if they make the second round and then get swept? Is that still bad?
Yes.
But
It's
you
bad, but
accomplished the goal.
it's
You
a bad, but
accomplished
it's
what
a
you could
step in the
do.
right direction. Claude, it's still bad, yes, because you got swept, but you took a step in the right direction because you
I
were
don't
one
agree.
step further than you were last year, bro.
I don't
Correct.
agree only because based on what you're saying, they're sealing it to second round. So making it to the second round is an accomplishment for that. That's the goal for the season. Get it?
No, that never mind, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop. Like you putting it on extra thick,
I'm
bro.
asking you, what do you think
No,
there's so
no
what do you think
diddy.
their ceiling is?
You putting it on extra thick, no diddy, bro.
This
Like
so is easily what they're aiming for is to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but we know that that's not going to happen at all. We
every
know that that's not going to happen,
Every
and
team
they
is aiming
failed
for
hard on those expectations. They failed hard on the expectations of losing in the first round.
To the
That's when
Knicks.
everybody was calling that game a failure. Donovan Mitchell was cussing out his teammates, talking about, "I came over here to do this." Yeah. So in that sense, yes, second round is something that they're trying to get to because they didn't make it up the first round before, like Ed said. So with that being said, they need to get at least 1 or 2 games in the second round for it to make something. If they do not, they are 1000% a failure. Their season is still a failure if they get bounced in the second round. But even then, you made progress. But at the end of the day, they were looking for a chip. That's why they picked up Donovan Mitchell.
yeah,
That's why they
bro.
picked up who they picked up. They were trying to get a chip, and they're one of the contending teams on paper, fully healthy, everything on go. Donovan Mitchell's playing great, X, Y, and Z. They are a contending team. However, they do not even touch that candlelight at all. They barely made it to the first round and got beat by the Knicks. The Knicks.
I'm gonna be
And
so
then
honest with you,
after that,
Dame.
now they're going 2 games with the Magic.
I don't disagree with none of you guys' point. I just feel like this. I've never seen the Cavs as any type of contender. Even when they got Donovan Mitchell, like, yeah, that's a good looking team. Yeah, you're gonna be difficult to get out the playoffs, but it's like you're not winning anything. You're not doing this to win anything.
So you think
I
they just
think
picked up Donovan Mitchell just cause?
I feel like they picked them up to be competitive, yes. But at the end of the day, they're not winning anything with that. I mean, I'm just
I'm a,
being serious.
I again on the outside looking in, I can completely agree with you. I don't think Cleveland's GM makes that move without the intent on winning a championship.
I think Cleveland GM made that move because of a star player was available, and he knew he could get him before the Knicks got him.
In the quest to win a championship. Like playoff contending teams don't make moves just to be like, okay, let's be stronger in the play. Like let's make it one round further. Like, no, bro, they do it so they can try to win a championship.
I mean, all right. I mean, like I said, I don't disagree with you, Evan, but I just feel like what was the Cavs before Donovan Mitchell there? Was they a first round exit type of team, or was they a team that wasn't in the playoffs?
they wasn't even expected to make it past the first round. So yeah, and I think they touched the second round. I'm not sure.
So adding Donovan Mitchell did what to them?
It made them a better
At
team.
least push them to a second round expectation. Second round expectation, like I said.
And
Before they was
everybody
a first round bounce, now they're a second round team. Like
yes, in
they're
our
making
eyes, that's what it is. But in the GM's eyes, bro, he made that choice. Like, okay, we got Donovan Mitchell. He's a bona fide all-star. He get bona fide
he can
bucket. The
lead a
whole shit. He
team.
can
Yeah,
lead.
he can
Yeah,
lead. Yeah,
he's like, yeah, bro, we can try to fight for a championship with him. That's what he was thinking on that. And outside looking in, we don't think that.
hindsight is 2020 now.
Let's just go to the next topic before I go off, man. Because again, lead a team to do what? Make a turkey sandwich? Like he ain't led a team to do shit this year. Do anything in his career. But okay, whatever. Next topic.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say
What did
that.
he lead his team to do? Name one thing he led his team to do.
He led that Utah team. He led that
To
Utah
what?
team
They got to the
to
second
the
round.
Western Conference Finals. No, they didn't get to Western Conference Finals. They got to the
Semis.
second round. Yeah, to the semis. So the second round.
Oh, my bad. He led them to a turkey sandwich and a juice. Next topic. Golly.
Speaking of leading teams, the NFL draft happened, and we got a couple of people that got picked up that might be able to transport to teams. How do y'all feel about it?
Let me give
Go
a
ahead.
quick
Go ahead.
because I got
Go ahead.
I got
Go
to
ahead,
back
Rain.
out in a minute. I'm gonna let y'all continue to rock out though. I think that the Falcons shocked everybody in picking up
Michael
Michael
Penix.
Pitt. That was a move. I actually, even though I'm a 49er fan, I really wanted him to land in Vegas with the Raiders. I feel like that would have been a real solid move for them. But I think that what the Falcons did was secure up their next 10 years of quarterback play because they haven't had a good quarterback since
Matty
Matt Ryan.
Ice.
Matt Ryan. So I think that was a great move by him. It was something that I didn't see, and it's something that I've heard a lot of analysts talk about. And right now, I still don't disagree with. I feel like if you have that type of player on the board and you are tired of horrible quarterback play in your organization, then you do what they did, figure everything else out later.
Yeah.
I want to get my response to it real quick. That just felt like not a bad pick. Like that's a great player, but I feel like that's a bad selection. At that point in the draft, you could have got any one of the best defensive players in the draft. Any one of your choice. Obviously, the defensive player didn't go until like 17 or 18 or something like that, but
15.
15. But I feel like you literally a month ago, you paid Kirk Cousins $180 million, fresh off of Achilles, and then a month later, you pick at 8 a 24-year-old quarterback who has Achilles problems, and then you're telling people that he's going to sit behind Kirk Cousins and develop when he's already developed. So how much better do you really expect him to be at 24? That's my only thing. He's more I think Michael Penix is more of an immediate starter person than a develop sit behind somebody. He's a day one starter. I don't understand the picking of it because based on rookie scaling in the first round, you're gonna be paying Michael Penix some money. You already paying another quarterback a lot of money. I just don't understand it. That's not a good pick for me. I don't feel like it. The Raiders was never going to pick a quarterback based off what the reports I've been reading. Even if Michael Penix fell to 13, they wasn't going to pick him. I actually like the Brock Bowers pick that they made. I like Chicago. I think Chicago will be deadly. Depends on how Caleb Williams really is, who he say he is. Chicago going to be a hard team to beat.
As a Raiders fan, do y'all think y'all need a quarterback?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Look, I like Gardner Minshew. I fuck with AOC as a person. AOC is a good, he look like a good person. You know what I mean? I go out with him and shit. Like we could chill out.
no Diddy.
But AOC as a quarterback, oh, that nigga's god awful. I'm pretty sure he was good in college, but the NFL is not for him. This is not his league. Gardner Minshew, I've seen enough of Gardner Minshew. I don't need to see no more. All right, let's get us a young guy in there. Let's get some help. But it is what it is. It is what it is. The Chiefs won the draft. They probably got the best receiver in the draft with Isaiah Worthy.
The best receiver?
I think he's the best receiver in the draft.
Ooh.
What make you say that?
he was dynamic at. I like Texas. I watch a lot of Texas college games, and he was dynamic at Texas. There was games where he would disappear, but I think he's a really good receiver. I think outside of just him being the fastest man ever at the combine, um, he's a good route runner. I like he could work on his catching a little bit better, but everything else you could put into play. Like you need somebody that can stretch the field like that. That's what the Chiefs really, really need. And man, they got it. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next Tyreek or anything, but he's a really good player. And I feel like he's gonna end up being the I'll take it back, I'll walk it back. I don't feel like he's gonna end up being the best, but he's gonna end up being the most productive. When you look back at his career, he's gonna end up being the most productive, I feel.
So he's gonna be more productive than Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors.
Wins wise. He's gonna win more games.
So is him winning more games? Because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like when it comes to wins and being the best, the only position that matters is at the quarterback position.
I feel like
So
Marvin Harrison Jr. in about 2 years gonna have a quarterback problem.
okay, valid. But I'm saying who's going to be a better receiver, not wins wise. Who's going to be just a better
Marvin
receiver?
Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna be top 5 receiver.
So so
Look, I walked it back, man. I walked it back.
I'm making
I
sure.
walked it back. I said he gonna be the most productive as wins wise receiver because he gonna win some Super Bowls.
But I'm saying, what's his name?
Super Bowls. Who?
Xavier is Xavier Henry? Is that what his name is?
No, it's Xavier Worthy or something like that.
Xavier
Worthy. Xavier Worthy.
Yeah,
Xavier
he
Worthy.
gonna win him a Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, I can see them winning a bowl.
He's gonna play definitely day one. I just think the Chiefs had a good draft. I think that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
they had a great draft. I mean, he's gonna win games. He has arguably the best tight end in NFL history, and arguably one of the
The
no,
greatest
not arguably.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, he has one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, who's on pace to kind of, you feel me, take over that mantle or try to, at least, you feel me.
Who do
So,
you think out of the top 3 is gonna be more likely to bust out of the top 3 quarterbacks? No Diddy.
I
Like,
feel
we
like
gonna
I
look
feel
back in
like
2 years. And
I
it's gonna be
feel
ass.
like Drake May is in a horrible position. Really bad position because the Patriots don't know what they're doing right now as an organization. And then Jaden McDaniel, I mean, it's looking like RG3 all over again. I hope he doesn't get injured. I don't want, knock on wood. Like, I don't ever wish injuries on nobody. But the situation that he's in is looking like RG3 situation. So I would have to say probably Drake May, but Jaden McDaniel isn't far from that. He's not far removed from that.
What you think, Darren?
I don't watch football, so I ain't got no dog in this fight at all. I just know that Caleb Williams was a dog in college. That's the only thing that I know. I don't really watch football for real. I'm a casual football fan for real. You know. I think that overall, I agree with Ev. I think overall I agree with Ev with the Patriots take because I don't know what the Patriots have as far as other weapons on the offensive end, but even
Nada.
then, like
They got you and Ed. That's what they got.
so like being honest, like I just think that he gonna fall naturally default as a failure of a player. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that the Patriots. It's hard for me, like I said, as a casual football fan, it's hard for me to look at the Patriots as not a Tom Brady Belichick team. So I don't know what they gonna do over there for real. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the worst one. The Redskins / Commanders. I think that they have a cool team. And I think that a good quarterback will probably help them a lot. I don't even know who that quarterback is now. I think it's Heineke.
Yeah,
Heineke,
right?
Nah, he played. He played like New England or New
Taylor
Orleans.
Heineke.
Yeah, I think
I
he's
think
like in
it's
one of those
Heineke.
places. He in one of them new places like New Orleans or New England.
But anyways, like at the end of the day, like overall, um, yeah, I don't really know what they have as far as quarterback wise. So I think that he's gonna be able to step in. Mariota, that's who it is. Mariota, Driscoll, and Jake Fromm. So those are the three. So I think that he's gonna be able to step in. My thing with the NFL, and this is a question that I asked before, which is like the player development thing, which we can get into in the next point. But yeah, overall, I think that it goes in the draft order. I think that the Bears have the best potential for Caleb Williams. They got rid of Justin Fields. So overall, that's looking like a positive thing because now he doesn't have to have a quarterback battle. Um, and like I said, Washington's the
Can I
open
give a
spot.
counter? Can I give a counter to that? I don't
Yes,
think
sir.
that's a positive thing only because Caleb Williams strikes me as a person, or just been striking me as a person that's overly confident, and it's good to be overconfident in your abilities. That's actually a great point to have as a quarterback, but it seemed like not trying to strike down this confidence. But when you enter in a league like the NFL and you saying things to your punter who just got drafted, you're not gonna be punting this year. That don't that right there that don't make any sense. You literally did not win a Pac-12 championship in college, but you coming into the league saying to your punter, you're not going to be punting this year. Just cool your jets. Maybe they needed another quarterback to have a quarterback battle with him so he can understand that this league is all about competition.
I mean, if you go back to that interview he had, like on what was that? Um, on the pivot, he didn't have no problem having no quarterback battle in Oklahoma. He don't care about having a quarterback battle. He's just confident in his abilities. And I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either. I'm not saying I am.
I'm gonna give a stand on business take. I think that the Bears need a face. And I think that that's also a reason why they probably picked him. I don't know about the other two quarterbacks, but I think that overall, like they need somebody that like it's. I think the best
Well,
comparison that
no.
I
I mean,
think about
they picked him because
is
he's the best. He's the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck. Like he's like that.
I don't
Um,
know too much about it. I genuinely don't know, but I think that that gives a boost to the Bears because it's like an Anthony Edwards situation. In my opinion, that was the first thing that came into my mind was like Anthony Edwards just got that dog in him. You feel me? Like, and I'm pretty sure that he been had that since he stepped on a court for real. So like in that sense, like that dog is probably gonna be able to help raise the tide for those other players because from my memory, the Bears have been in a place of mediocrity for a minute with Justin Fields. So something got to change, and I think that that might be the thing to pivot. Is one of them like, yeah, I smell myself, but I got dog on me. You feel me? So that's just
yeah,
my little thought about it. I think that it will be. I think that it's a gift and a curse. It does make him have to be able to perform, especially him being the number one pick. If he does not perform well, it's looking ugly. But do we
yeah.
got any other takes on that as far as the
I
top three?
mean, I think I agree with y'all. Like I think Drake Make is in a place of failure right now. If he succeeds, then it's gonna be a lot of praise on him. But I think more than likely he's gonna not have a good first season. He's not gonna have a good rookie season. He just doesn't have any weapons, help, coaching. He don't got nothing around him. He's just him.
Yeah, he got what he got to work with. So that's really that. That's really all that is on that.
Well, I
All
was
right.
gonna say, the Seahawks had a great draft, by the way, too. Byron
What's
Murphy,
your point on that? What's your reasoning on that?
Byron Murphy the third, best interior D lineman coming out in the past couple of years. He's gonna dominate. Similar in Jalen Carter's situation. I think he's gonna be really good. He's gonna be probably a top three guy for this rookie of the year.
Okay. Okay. So since we're speaking on the NFL draft and we just got through talking about the basketball, I do want to ask a question because this is coming from a casual football fan. How do we compare? How do you guys look at the player development in the NFL versus the NBA? And what I mean more about player development is like the rookie concept, because in the NBA you get like 3 to 5 years depending on what team you at to really feel yourself out and be able to really see if you can be worth whatever your pick is. Obviously, it's only two draft rounds in the NBA versus like 7, I think, in the NFL. But how do y'all think that affects both sides and both sports? But also, how do y'all think that affects players' potential overall in general?
I just
Because
I just feel like it's different because in the NFL you're expected to just come in and produce. You got to think like they come in as what 21, 22-year-old people like men.
mhm,
Like yeah, bro, you're expected to produce right away. In the NBA, you can come in young as 18 years old.
19, yeah,
You can come in young as 18 years old. So it's like you feel me. The expectation when it comes to player development is different. Like, yes, there is player development in the NFL, there's player development in damn near every sport. But what I'm saying is the expectation and the leash that is given to the player when they're expected to produce is a lot shorter than it in the NFL than it is in the NBA. Like you're expected to produce damn near right away in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? At
Yeah. No, like
least,
he ain't lying. Like it's a much more immediate culture in NFL. But
yeah.
that culture goes back into like college. Like even when you think about recruiting, even in basketball or other sports, when you think about recruiting, when they bring football players in, the football players at the college know that they bringing them niggas in to take my job. And those players know that they gotta go take somebody's job. Like you don't it's always an immediate culture in football. You gotta play well now. And that's just how it is. They don't have time to develop you or wait for you to develop. Like coaches, GMs, they don't have the job security to wait for you to develop. Like similar in the NBA, but it's just you got to produce. Like it's 53 players on the team. It's
mhm,
somebody that could do your job better than you.
mhm.
If you not doing it well, it's somebody that could do it well. If you're a corner and you can't cover, I guarantee you, I could find somebody on this team that can cover. It might be a receiver, but somebody's going to come cover it, and your job will be took. It's just you got to produce. They
That's
don't.
nice.
There's no development league for the NFL. I think when you talk about
Is
the
that a good
NBA,
thing or a bad thing, though? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I
Like in
mean,
the idea of us being able to see the best out of every player.
it's a good thing because I feel like in NFL, it's a lot of old people that's still trying to play. So I feel like them leagues, them development leagues or them B leagues will be filled up with them dudes, not really like the young dudes that they need to develop. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, what's your take on it?
I don't think the NFL would ever do that in the sense
They
of
they
they would.
did have a development league though.
I don't
NFL
think
Europe,
they will. They will never. And how long did that last?
couple years,
Lasted like
not too long.
2 years, bro. 3 years. Like they will never do that again. They realized how stupid it
They
was.
didn't make no money.
But because they don't need anybody in
So
Europe to develop. They
well,
have
it was a couple different things. The NFL teams didn't want to sponsor it, and they wasn't making no money. Like the NBA get teams to sponsor the G League team.
because they need a G League team. The NFL doesn't need a
Yeah,
developmental league. You have
yeah.
53 guys. The hell I'm finna sit down and send another 53 over to Europe for?
College football is development league for NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because you have to be there for 3 years, develop, and then come into the league and produce. Whereas if you in the going to the NBA, you can be in college for 1 year and sometimes not even go to college and develop. And you're still gonna be 18, 19 years old coming into the league with people who are in their prime, 25 and above. Like no, yeah, it's
yeah,
completely different. It's completely different. The NFL will never go back to that. They understood that it was the dumbest thing possible. It's stupid. It's dumb, and it just doesn't work out for them because their developmental league is college, or they own practice squads or something like that. That's their development league.
yeah. There really is it's no benefit to having a development league for the NFL,
Yeah,
or even trying to develop players that they feel like, oh, they're not good to have a roster spot or a practice squad spot, but let's
yeah,
keep them around. This is
they're
not. There's no point to that.
There's no similarity in development when it comes to the NFL and the NBA. No
It's the
similarity.
reason why the NFL won't send their athletes down to what, the UFL. They won't do it. Not even their practice squad players. Like,
But there has been some UFL players that have transitioned to the NFL.
oh yeah, no, most definitely. They'll take some guys from the UFL. Like, they'll take you because they need bodies.
But they're not gonna
But
send you down there and be like, hey, develop and we're gonna pick you back up. Like this not a G League.
why would I?
Right.
Why would I? Why would I afflict contact or damage onto you when I need you to be healthy for my team? That don't make sense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, I
So
hear you.
they'll gladly take you. Gladly, they'll gladly scoop you up. But even in those situations, you're a practice squad guy.
So you did, Claude. You said something that was also interesting, and I want to hear y'all take on. Is you said that it's position dependent too. Um,
Yeah,
and I think that I agree on that because when I see these quarterbacks getting drafted, right? Like some quarterbacks going to these teams, they starting day one, but we know that quarterback as a position requires you to like get your feet underneath you, you know. Um, and so do y'all think that that's a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing.
A good thing for you to have to go into the water, into the deep end, and learn how to swim?
It's because it's situational. Like understand, remember, you've had 3 years in college at the very least to develop your skills, harness your skills or whatever, right? Then you got spring training, the whole thing. Um, you got all of that training camp, the whole thing, right? So my
Mhm.
whole thing is it's like, yeah, bro, like we expect you to come in and do your Dougie. And if you don't, you got like about like I would say like 3 years at the very most to show us what you got. And after that, we done seen enough and we gonna go on to the next thing. You feel me?
I
Like
ain't gonna
it's
lie.
just that's
I
just how
feel
the
like
NFL is built.
Darren said, it's position dependent. Like if you got a young quarterback, you got a 21-year-old quarterback, and you got a 30-year-old already on your roster. I might sit my quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I drafted a 21-year-old running back and I got a 30-year-old running back on my
I'm
roster,
starting my
I'm
21-year-old
I'm
running back.
starting a 21-year-old. It's position dependent. Like I
Same with my
think
receivers, same with
I
my
but
DBs, same with my linebackers.
now I think corner take a little bit longer to develop in the NFL than they say it take like a year or two longer to develop at corner.
It do, but are you starting your 30-year-old corner over your 21-year-old corner?
It depends on how training camp go. My 21-year-old corner is getting PI called on him all the time. Yeah, he ain't there yet.
But I'm asking you, who are you starting? I'm not asking depending on if he's getting PIs called on him all
Oh,
the
I'm
time.
expected to start my 21-year-old.
That's thank you. That was the question.
So I do got a
Some
question.
some
Oh,
old
go ahead,
line
go ahead.
positions take a little long. Like it depends. Like it's position dependent, but everybody for the most part, if you take it in the first couple rounds, you're expected to contribute to a winning
If you
team.
take it in the first 3 rounds, you expect to contribute
Contribute.
immediately.
Yeah, some way, somehow, you expect to make plays.
So I do got a question, and this is like I understand that it has a very easy counter argument. Wouldn't it be better if you do pick up, let's say, for example, you got a dog at a 21-year-old dog at whatever position we think about, right? And you rest them and let them get up to speed a lot, like slower, like an idea. You take your time to let them actually develop into the game. Don't you think that that would help you have that player be greater over a span of time? Now, I do understand that it's football, right? So it's contact sport. Injuries is probably going to happen no matter what, freak injuries, whatever it's going to be. And I don't know one to one, so please correct me for my football heads in here. But I think that Patty didn't even start for real like that, if I remember correctly. Like Patty took his time. He was able to take his time, and we're seeing what he's doing now.
Now, Patty didn't take his time.
Patty didn't start his first year. He didn't start first year. He played like 1 game his first year. It wasn't really like he's taking his time. It was like they already had
But
uh
what I'm saying is that he wasn't
Alex
thrown into
Smith.
the fire, though. That's what I'm saying. He
I
had
mean,
Alex Smith.
they already
In
had
a
Alex Smith.
in a sense, he was. In a sense, he was.
They went to the division. They went to the divisional round the year before. They was a good playoff team. So he was coming onto a good team. So it was like it was at that point in time. There was no reason to move off Alex Smith.
and then
Mhm.
Alex Smith gets hurt, and he gets thrown into the fire.
and win MVP. I mean, it happens sometimes. But I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, you could wait, but it's a dual edged sword. Like, you don't know how that player's mental space is as far as when it comes to waiting to playing the game. You know, this person might been a starter his whole life. Now he comes to the NFL. Now they're telling you to wait, even though they just want you to develop, but you might not take that the right way. On the other side of that, what if the player you telling them to wait for plays so well that you looking at him and you like, well, they ain't not gonna really do with you. This guy's dominating. Now he's a
And
bench player.
and so I think I hear you, right? I hear you. And so I think that at the end of the day, the same situation is happening with Michael Penix right now.
Yeah,
You just
and
paid another
it's happened.
quarterback crazy money, so we gonna get our run out of that. And who's the Falcons quarterback right now?
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins
Kirk
is not a
Cousins.
bad quarterback.
He gonna
So
show up.
so that's what I'm saying. So you got a rookie quarterback being able to learn from a top tier quarterback. From my memory, as far as like overall production, Kirk Cousins is
Not a
one of the
top tier.
top.
Nah.
No, I'm
No, no,
not
no,
saying
Not
right
gonna do
now.
that.
I'm not saying right now.
We're
I'm
not
not saying
doing
right
that.
now.
Never been.
I'm not saying right
Never
now.
been.
I'm not saying right now, but I'm saying in the idea that he can get you to a playoff. Correct?
I would say last
Nah. It gets
year
you to a
before,
playoff game.
year
In
before
general, I'm
last
talking
year.
about over his career. In general, can he get
No,
you to
not
a
over
playoff?
his career. Not over his career. Like the year
Okay.
before last, when Minnesota was like 13-4, he was like a top 10 quarterback that year. Other than that, no, he's probably like top. He'll probably be like a top 18, top 20 guy.
Four-time Pro Bowler. All I'm saying
Top
is he's a
25.
four-time Pro Bowler. He has four-time Pro Bowler, and that's a good quarterback for you to have somebody pick up from. And so, with that being said,
He ever been
I'm just
all
saying in the
pro?
idea that go ahead.
You ever been all pro?
No,
Not a baller. Not a baller.
I can hear that. I can hear that point. So I don't know. That's just the
But
question that I got. Go
I
ahead.
mean, Michael Penix's situation is similar to like Justin Fields and Russ and Pittsburgh. I mean, they brought Justin Fields in case Russ is horrible. But if Russ plays well, they gonna keep Russ and let Justin Fields go to the dogs in the free agency. Like it's a fucked up position to be in. And then if he don't play, people just gonna look at him as a backup quarterback. He gonna kind of be like the Geno Smith space for a couple years until he found his way to Seattle. It's a fucked up position to be in because he didn't do anything to necessarily lose his position in Chicago. Because that number one pick wasn't there. That was the Panthers.
Yeah.
So, like, he just was just a victim of circumstance.
Okay.
So, I don't necessarily think Russ is going to play bad. So, I don't think we're going to see Justin Fields this year unless it's like a Taysom Hill role. But it is
Nah,
what
he
it
ain't
is.
gonna be on no Taysom Hill roll.
All right, all right, Mike Tomlin.
He ain't finna be on no Taysom Hill roll.
Let me know what your team finna do. Y'all finna finish third in division again?
I don't know where y'all finna finish. Y'all finna make the playoffs?
Second. Yeah, we is.
All right. Y'all supposed to
So
make the
with the
playoffs. How many years in a row?
First of all, man, y'all got a quarterback?
You just started talking about him.
Nah, y'all ain't got no quarterback.
You just talked about him
Y'all
and
ain't got
said
no quarterback.
he just talked about him and said he was gonna do good this year. Like, what are we talking about?
What's good to bad?
What are we talking about? You can't renege on your statement, bro.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You ever seen a shiny piece of dog? You ever seen a shiny piece of dog shit?
You can't
That's what
renege
you
on your
got right
statement.
there.
You can't renege
Your
on your
quarterback.
statement, man. Stand on business, man. You just said Russ is gonna have a
stand on
good year.
business. Stand on
You
business.
just
Stand
said
on
Russ
business.
is gonna have a good year. Now he just we don't have a quarterback. Come on, bro.
Y'all don't. Y'all ain't got no quarterback.
Just got through talking about him, but it's good. You got it. Y'all for sure don't have no quarterback. Gardner Minshew.
He was in the playoffs last year.
Gardner Minshew.
Or he was close to it.
Gardner
I'm
Minshew.
curious to see what the season looked like for the NFL, just because of the fact of I ain't gonna lie, the Super Bowl was cool. The Super Bowl was a good Super Bowl. So I'm curious to see what it is as a casual football fan, but we shall see. But we is wrapping this up. So going back into what's happening now with the NBA playoffs, who do y'all think gonna win these games today? Just a reminder that it's going to be the 76ers and the Knicks today, and the Magic and the Cavs.
The Sixers are back in New York.
I believe so, yes, sir.
Close out.
Close out. Close out for that one.
I
Knicks,
agree.
yeah.
I agree. They can't. Yeah, they in the Garden. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And the Knicks ain't really been. Yeah. This gonna be beautiful. This is a beautiful time for Stephen A, Spike
Close
Lee,
out.
all of them, and they about to
Close
go
out game.
crazy.
Close out game, and then for the Orlando. You said Orlando, Cleveland.
Yeah, they ain't Cleveland.
They in Cleveland. I don't know, bro. Orlando's been playing good, bro. I feel like whoever wins a game on the road first wins the series.
Okay.
So I'll take my chances, and I'll say Orlando's gonna win.
Okay. And then outside of Miami and the Mavericks tomorrow on Wednesday, who we taking out of that? Miami
Boston.
Celtics and Mavericks Clippers.
I got Boston, and I got the Clips. Nah, I got the Mavs. I'm sorry. I got the Celtics, and I got the Mavs. I feel like I don't know, bro. That like I said, bro, that's the most entertaining series to me. Honestly, that Mavs Clippers series is the most entertaining series to me. It's just a lot of back and forth. Like it'll be times when they play good defense. It'll be games where they just miss shots. It'll be games where they just own one. Like it's
Yeah,
entertaining,
they got the most, I think the highest point swings in the series.
bro.
15, 20 point swings every quarter almost.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah. So it's a good game.
So
Quad, what you think?
I'll go Boston and the Mavericks.
What you think, Quad?
I like I like Boston. Wait, repeat the question. I'm sorry.
The
I'm trying to.
Celtics Heat closeout game and the Mavericks Clippers on Wednesday.
Oh man, Boston. Give me Boston, and then give me Mavs. Kawhi hurt. Kawhi still hurt.
I don't know 1-to-1
He always
actually.
hurt. You don't gotta tell me he always hurt. Matter of fact, I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
out.
if
Yeah, he out.
he hurt.
Yeah,
He
he out.
always hurt. I can set my
Um,
watch to him being hurt. He
Yeah,
gonna be hurt. It's that time of the year. When it get warm out, he get hurt. I don't know what that's about. He got to hit the
hey
beach or
man,
something.
hey man.
But
I think that. Go ahead, finish your thought.
yeah, I think the Clippers is done, brother. Pack them up. Send them to
Yeah, I
Cancun.
don't believe that. I don't believe that. And like I said, I think that we play well when we don't got Kawhi, bro. We let that dog out. You feel me in the cage. So overall, I still think my Clips. You feel me?
What kind of dog is y'all?
Hey man, we whatever we need to be. We like
niggas,
Beast Boy.
them
We
niggas are
like Beast
multi.
Boy. If we need to be,
Y'all niggas,
hey,
y'all
if
niggas
we
Them
some
need to
niggas
be
are
a
chihuahuas, huh?
Chihuahua,
multi.
if
Them
we
niggas
need
are
to
Y'all a
be a
bunch of
multi.
Chihuahua to
chihuahuas, huh?
infiltrate, hey, if we need to be a Chihuahua to be less intimidating, you feel me? If we need to get up in the purse, and then once we get in the building, we turn into big Doberman. You feel me? Big Rottweiler.
Claude, them niggas are multi-pool.
Hey,
Them niggas
hey,
a bunch
don't
of
worry about
pugs.
us.
Them niggas a
Don't
bunch of
worry about
pugs.
us. Don't worry about us. A million dogs will win a fight against y'all right now. So we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it at all. It's not about the size of the dog. It's about the dog that's in the fight. You dig? But yeah. So overall,
We'll keep
and
y'all
do we
spots
think that
safe in Cancun. We'll keep y'all. Make sure we watch y'all building in Cancun. We know
it's all
y'all
right?
coming soon.
Y'all gonna see us. Y'all gonna see us lift the Lario beach straight from the beach. It's all good. We gonna win in y'all arena, and then we gonna leave and go to our arena and put the trophy in our arena. That's just how that's gonna go. You feel me? Hey, Intuit Dome gonna have the Lario B right there for
Y'all gonna
everybody to
win.
take pictures with. All fans, including Lakers fans, we welcome it. We believe in y'all. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. We got good relationships with y'all because y'all let us, you feel me, borrow y'all stadium for a little bit. But we don't have to grow our wings, and now we about to soar. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, hey, y'all see what's going on. Um, but I do think overall, though, like I said, like we do play well without Kawhi. But at the same time, we don't play well without Kawhi either because we throwing them up. So, like I said, I don't know. It's gonna be one of them games that I have to watch for real, and lock in on. But in general, I think that we gonna get it. And do we think that the Bucks is gonna beat the Pacers on
No,
Thursday?
no. Unless Dame
They
or
getting sent home.
Giannis, unless Dame or Giannis come back, no.
I
So
think
they
it's
getting
game.
sent
I
home.
think it's time to pack it up. Pack it up. I think it's time for the Bucks to really do a real coaching search. Don't bring Doc Rivers back.
They need to get
Whatever you
Bud. I
do,
ain't gonna lie. They need to get Bud. I don't know why they
I
fired
don't
Bud,
think I
but
don't think Bud coming back. They fired Bud because Giannis wasn't really fucking with them that last playoff series that they lost, and he wasn't making no adjustments. But his brother had just died, so I don't think Bud coming back. I don't think
I don't think he
bridge
is
is
either.
burnt.
But they need to. Hey, I would stick with what worked. That's just my logic. You feel me? But
They need
that's just
to honestly, maybe I don't know. Maybe Frank Vogel might be good for the Bucks. Maybe that might be
what you
the fit
think.
for Frank Vogel.
What you think about that, Ev?
Defensive minded coach, and that's what they need is defense. As long as they do what they're supposed to do in the offseason, get the pieces that they're supposed to get.
They're gonna have the offensive talent, they're gonna have the offensive talent to make up everything. I think that Frank Vogel is a great fit for the Bucks.
I'm saying defensive minded coach. They just got to get the right picks. They got to get the right. They got to pick up the right pieces in the offseason. And then if you want to bring in Frank Vogel, sure, I don't mind it. That's if he don't stay in Phoenix. I don't think he will.
No, he fired. He out of there.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he will stay in Phoenix. I think they're going to fire him. But that's if he leaves Phoenix. So
Yeah, I think the Bucks need like a coach that they got a championship. They need a coach that got a championship from this decade.
It ain't
yeah,
that many.
we'll see what happens.
I mean, it really ain't that many to go from that pool. But
It's in the last
overall,
10 years.
yeah, I don't know what you got. Kerr, Ty Lue, Mike Malone. Who else?
None of them leave in next spots, bro. I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. So it ain't
But
no real coaches that done won in the last decade that's leaving.
no, Ty Lue get beat. He might be fired.
Frank Vogel won in the last decade.
That's the one that y'all listed though. So that's what I'm saying. So you got Ty Lue, Steve
Honestly,
Kerr.
the Lakers might bring back Frank Vogel.
Ty Lue ain't won in the last decade. Like since this decade started, you talking about?
Not in the last 10 years. He says not that many, so I just said last 10 years.
No, it's not that many.
Right. So with that being said, that wraps up our episode of the Pack Chat, man.
Hold on.
My fault. Go ahead, Pirate, Captain Jack, Captain Cloud.
Y'all heard Euphoria?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That
we
Hey,
can't
if
talk
you on
about it.
scary hours, brother. Hey, if you on
Evan here.
scary hours, brother, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
What are
That
you
nigga,
talking about?
that nigga
Kendrick
rapped
Lamar
for 6 minutes
missed
straight. He
6
rapped for
minutes straight, 3 beat
Oh my
switches.
god, y'all talking
Gassed
about
him.
the
straight,
wrong
straight.
Y'all
Gassed him.
talking about the
Gassed
wrong
him.
shit. I ain't heard it, but y'all talking about the wrong shit.
Hey man, all I'm
What you mean? It's
saying
the end of the
is
show.
You
all
right.
I'm saying is that Kung Fu Kenny is undefeated. And that's all I'm gonna leave it as. So with that being said, with that being said, that's the end of the Pack Chat, man. You feel me? We'll be back in at full attack. You know, we're gonna probably see how these series end out. Probably gonna be in the second round. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, tune in next time for another episode. You know, and that's what we're gonna call it. So from now on, Clippers in 5. Well, no, that's
From
possible.
now on,
Six.
from now
Six. My fault.
on, from now on, we
My
gonna
fault in 6. In 6.
from now
Clippers
on
in
we gonna
6.
from now on we gonna tap in with y'all in the next episode. We love y'all.
From
Keep
now
on
on, we're
supporting
gonna
us, man.
tell.
That's what that
All right,
is.
y'all.
Let's
Peace.
just end the
Peace.
show.
Peace.
All right,
Let's just
man. Love y'all.
end the show.